evening and welcome to Battersea Power Station for the 2013 Academy Awards dinner in association with Atkins. The Academy Awards dinner celebrates the very best of British engineering, and tonight our theme is Engineering for Growth. That gives us the opportunity to demonstrate how engineering makes a major, often unrecognised contribution to the nation's wealth and indeed to its well-being. We'll shortly announce the finalists for the 2013 McRobert Award, Britain's premier prize for UK innovation in engineering. But first, please welcome to the stage the President of the Royal Academy of Engineering, Sir John Parker.
Your Royal Highness, my Lords Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and I'm delighted to welcome you all to the Academy Awards dinner in this extraordinary venue. You'll not be surprised to know that I have a weakness for power stations, having spent many years in the energy industry. And also when I chaired the Bank of England, I was pleased to find that the bank has a fine standby power station in its vaults. And this gave me some confidence that I could contribute, at least with reasonable authority, on one issue. We are indeed honoured to have with us tonight our Royal Fellow, the Princess Royal. Your Royal Highness, your unstinting work in supporting the promotion of science and engineering through the Academy's activities and the WISE campaign are much appreciated by us all, and we want to thank you sincerely. This has been quite a year for engineering and the Academy. Last year, we have been privileged to name our refurbished premises on Carlton House Terrace as Prince Philip House, after our senior fellow. And our new home is proving to be highly successful as a national forum for engineering. Over 37 years in the Academy's existence, Prince Philip has been the most enthusiastic and supportive founder and patron we could have wished for. Last month at Buckingham Palace, Her Majesty the Queen presented the first Queen Elizabeth Prize for Engineering to the inventors of the Internet and the World Wide Web. This new prize has brought engineering into the national and global consciousness, and we now start the cycle of inviting nominations for the next prize in 2015. And we continue to be grateful to the private sector companies who have helped us get this £1 million global prize off the ground. Our theme for tonight's dinner is Engineering for Growth, reflecting a campaign we have started this year to demonstrate the importance of engineering in the economy, to society and, above all, to our young people. A challenge that is not going away is the need for around 1.25 million new science, engineering and technology professionals and technicians by 2020 to support the UK's economic recovery. And if this target is to be achieved, the school curriculum must be fit for the 21st century, and here the Academy has had some notable successes. With our partners in the engineering institutions and the Design and Technology Association, we have successfully campaigned for and have now reshaped the design and technology curriculum in England. In partnership with the British Computing Society, we have also overseen the creation of new computing curriculum focused on programming and coding, and computer science is now a feature of the English Baccalaureate. But we have much more to do to build the skills required for our future, and an important part of our mission is to inspire young people to make engineering a career of choice. In keeping with our theme, our sponsors tonight are some of the UK's most successful companies. They represent a wide range of industrial, manufacturing and service companies, all with engineering running in their bloodstreams. And I'm sure we would like to thank each of them for their generous support for this event, and in particular for our title sponsor, Atkins. And in support, we have Petrofac, BAE Systems, Bosch, BP, and Jaguar Land Rover. So my thanks to all of you. And now it is my special pleasure to welcome our distinguished guest, the Right Honourable George Osborne MP, Chancellor of the Exchequer. And the Chancellor has demonstrated his commitment to the importance of science and engineering as the drivers of future economic growth. And we are delighted, Chancellor, you have joined us this evening to underline that commitment, and we thank you most sincerely for being with us. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chancellor.
Well, Your Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for inviting me, and John, thank you for that kind introduction. I'm glad to hear that there's a power station in the vaults of the Bank of England. We used to have quite a lot of gold there, but we'll settle for a power station. And can I congratulate the Royal Academy on choosing such a particularly fitting venue for these annual awards. Battersea Power Station was, in its day, an incredible feat of British engineering. It involved cutting-edge design, masterminded by Sir Gilbert Scott, who gave us the red telephone box as well. It revolutionised London's energy supplies when it was created. And of course, with any engineering project this size, there was furious opposition. The residents of Chelsea were convinced that it would destroy the value of their houses forever. Not a fear that's been realised. When work began on the power station, there was a public uproar about the potential pollution. One Member of Parliament wrote to the then Prime Minister, Stanley Baldwin, convinced that such a facility would, in his words, kill every green thing within 2 miles of Battersea, rot all the buildings, and bleach all the babies. So we don't get that with high speed too. That was what real opposition was like. And it is just a reminder that when you undertake big, exciting engineering projects, there is always controversy and always opposition, but it very often represents progress. And of course, that was the case with Battersea. It was an overwhelming success. It served our capital with electricity for 50 years and became, as it is now, one of the great icons of the London skyline. And in a way, the power station and all that's happened to it and its future, it reminds us of Britain's rich engineering heritage. It was British engineering that sparked the Industrial Revolution, of course, which transformed almost every aspect of our daily lives and turned Britain into the first modern industrial nation. We are still that nation today. And there are companies and projects and entrepreneurs up and down the country disproving the cliche that our engineering days are over. You here in this room are the people who are going to help us win the global race, and we are backing you, increasing engineering and manufacturing apprenticeships by 30%, setting out those industrial strategies for the automotive and aerospace industries and other sectors, overhauling the curriculum in our schools and in our further education colleges and in our higher education establishments, overhauling the maths curriculum in our schools, as you will have heard on the TV today, so that our students have a chance of competing on a level with their contemporaries in Singapore and Shanghai. And with the Royal Academy, we are helping to identify the biggest engineering challenges of our age. And recognising the contribution of engineering is what the prestigious McRobert Award for British Engineering is about. And that's, of course, what's being awarded tonight. And the award has recognised innovation as diverse as the development of the CT scanner to the bionic hand. And this year's finalists, who I'm here to present to, and I had great privilege of meeting just before dinner, are all equally impressive. And can I say, having toured the 3 exhibitions there, the judges have an incredibly difficult job of deciding which one should be the winner. 3 very different companies, 3 very different products, but all outstanding British innovations. They are part of the same heritage of British engineering that this power station represents. And so please join me in a big round of applause for our brilliant finalists. Thank you.
Concrete canvas is a concrete impregnated geotextile. So it starts soft and flexible like a fabric, but when you hydrate, it hardens to form a fibre reinforced, durable, waterproof concrete layer.
Essentially, it's concrete on a roll. It enables you to put down a concrete surface roughly 10 times faster than any other method, with a much lower labour and logistical cost.
So you're replacing 150 mil with 5 or 8 mil. So straight off the bat, you have 90 to 95% material savings.
Every year since we started selling it, we've grown by more than 100% year on year.
XMAX is a spectrometer. It measures X-rays, and that's used to determine the composition of materials.
By looking and analysing these X-rays and measuring them quantitatively, you can tell how much as well as what type of material or atoms are present within that particular sample.
It collects more X-rays quicker than any other detector in the world.
Since the product was launched, we'd exceeded our maximum expectation in terms of numbers within 2 years. We now sell something like 50% more than we ever expected to each year.
Real VNC is a software company. We make software called VNC, which allows any computer to connect to the screen of any other computer.
We invented the RFB protocol, which is a language that computers use to essentially share screen information and share keyboard and mouse events. There are many more examples of royalty-bearing license agreements that put us on a curve of exponential growth.
It's 10 years of 30, 40, sometimes 50% growth every single year, which is as good as it gets.
With us tonight to receive their 2013 McRobert Award finalist certificates from the Chancellor of the Exchequer are the teams from those 3 companies. And the first, as you've seen, is Concrete Canvas. So please join us, team leader Peter Bruin, along with his team, William Crawford and Philip Greer. So our second finalists of the night, Oxford Instruments, for the XMAX large area detector, used, amongst other things, to find out the composition of meteorites. We'd like to invite their team leader, Santok Bader and team, Angus Buick, Simon Burgess, Sarah Jones and Chris Tyrrell up onto the stage. Welcome and congratulations. Us to our third finalist of the night, and that is Real VNC. As you've seen, that remote control software that takes you into computer screens. And joining us is their team leader, Dr. Andy Harter, and his team, Lily Bacon, Adam Byrne, Professor Ander Hopper, and Tristan Richardson, although Tristan unfortunately can't join us tonight, but the rest of the team is here, and well-deserved congratulations to all of you too. Congratulations, Real VNC. Tremendously well deserved. And Chancellor, thank you very much indeed.
Engineering is a fascinating discipline, and the power station, as the Chancellor mentioned today, is clearly a fitting venue tonight. It represents change, showcasing how engineering helps us to adapt to ever-changing needs. When this power station was built, there were 2 billion people on Earth. Today, it's 7 billion. This figure could reach 10 billion by the end of the century. This exponential growth of the world's population is the biggest challenge the planet has ever faced. It is our responsibility as engineers to meet these challenges. Tonight, as I look around in this room, I see the calm confidence of engineers and the commitment to getting it done. I see the people with the ideas that will help to shape our future, specifically the young generation here in the room. We have a world-class institution with the Royal Academy that is showing leadership, harnessing talent and doing it with a passion that drives us as engineers to succeed. It is a pleasure and a privilege for Atkins to be part of this proud heritage. Thank you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Your Royal Highness, this year's medal goes to an engineer who has delivered some of the UK's best-known civil engineering projects. He is a real champion of engineering, taking pride in raising the profile of our profession and supporting engineering education. He is, of course, Terry Hill, Chair of Arup's Board of Trustees and leader of Arup's European rail business. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Terry Hill.
So let's now turn to celebrate the success of our rising generation of talent on whose shoulders our future rests. Our rising stars of 2013, congratulations to you all.
And I'd like to welcome up, first of all, Neil Cuthbert and Eva Linnell from Atkins. We have Abba Batra and Kaivan Kamani from Petrofac. We have Paul Shears and Sean Gallagher from BAE Systems. Well done. And to the stage, please welcome Prasad Sampath Kumar and Tom Collins from Bosch. Two more 2013 rising stars, Christopher Cooper and Sabina Azizli from BP. Finally, Dan Clifton and Rebecca Lees from Jaguar Land Rover. Congratulations to you all. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, our rising stars for 2013. Give them a big round of applause and your best wishes for their future.
This year's Whittle medalist is Professor Lynn Lee, Head of Manufacturing Research Group and Director of the Laser Processing Research Centre at the University of Manchester. Professor Lee, please join us to receive your medal.
Our winners this year have developed two very different products that have some important things in common. They have identified a niche in the market and developed a product to fit. And they are both great examples of the excellent engineering research being done in British universities. Our first joint winner is Dr. Julian Rabo at the University of Glasgow, who has developed a simple test that can revolutionize the detection and treatment of common diseases. Also a winner is Dr. Ruben Wilcock at the University of Southampton. Ruben, working with his PhD student, Robert Rudolph, have invented a multi-core clamp sensor that can measure current flowing in any accessible mains cable. Please will you welcome them to the stage.
Academy Silver Medals recognise outstanding personal contributions to engineering that have resulted in commercial success. And tonight we have 4 silver medalists. So please welcome warmly to the stage Elizabeth Finch, Dr. Andrew Fitzgibbon, Tim Morgan, and Dr. Eben Upton.
If you've watched this year's BBC Two series, Genius of Invention, you'll have seen our Rook medalists doing some fantastic on-screen demonstrations of everything of how to generate electricity to showing how atmospheric pressure can crush a steel can. And that's just a small part of a career that over 12 years has seen Mark Miodownik become a genuine public champion of engineering. He's done everything from working with the Tate Modern to explore the engineering behind their collection, to contributing to the radio programmes such as Material World and Start the Week, and my personal favourite, he gave the 2010 Christmas lectures at the Royal Institution. And between all that, he somehow still finds time to be Professor of Materials and Society at University College London. Please join me in welcoming this year's Rook medalist onto stage, Professor Mark Miodownik.
The winner of the Royal Academy of Engineering McRobert Award for 2013 is Rail VNC.
Your Royal Highness, Sir John, thank you so much. It's a great honour to receive this award, very much on behalf of the team and also all of our staff. There's a saying in business, being early is as good as being wrong. There's another saying in business, being late is as good as being wrong. We've decided to be timeless. Many, many thanks.